I most definitely should be packing right now. But instead, we're going to procrastinate, and I'm going to talk about the books that I read in January, which were not many. And then we're going to talk about what I'm reading in February. Also not many, because I'm a little busy. You're new here. You don't really know me. My name is Melissa. I just moved from Shanghai, China, back to Oklahoma in the United States. Yes, it is a shock to the system. And so it has taken me a couple months to kind of like try and get in the swing of things. I'm living with my parents, but we move out tomorrow. So that is good. We'll get our own house and it's so cute. And I'm really excited. I can show you guys. I don't have a bookshelf yet though. That's sad. I'm having to buy everything because we own like nothing. It's been taking up most of my time. So instead of reading, I've been searching like Facebook Marketplace. This is my life right now. This is one of the things we bought. It's really pretty, right? Okay. I'm pulling up StoryGraph and I'm just going to go off this because it helps me talk about the books that I've read and keeps everything in order. Okay, let's start with what I'm reading in February, shall we? I'll get to what I read in January. Right now, currently, I am reading an arc of a book that's already out because I am late. They only gave me like 9 days to read it, which is usually sufficient, but I have been so busy. I mean, started a new job, all the things I was telling you about. And so I emailed them and I felt so bad. But anyway, let me tell you what the book is. It's My Dark Prince. And it's literally, it's so good. It's so good. And I can't wait to tell you all about it when I do a wrap up for this month, but it's out now already. So it is an arc, but you can go get it on Kindle Unlimited. It's the third in the Dark Prince Road. I think that's what it is. Dark Prince Road series. Sorry, I'm just not getting over a cold too. That's another thing that happened. It's so fun. The third guy in this whole trilogy, although I'm really hoping there's a fourth book. And if you have read these books, you'll know by this book, you'll be introduced to a fourth character and you're like, oh, I really, really hope that he gets a book. So we'll see. But it's really good so far. She has amnesia. I've never read an amnesia book before. Well, never mind. We won't go there. This is like my first real amnesia book. I am also reading a new release. Also the third in a series. Oh my gosh, what's up with that? Scythe and Sparrow, Brynne Weaver. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm listening to the audio because so good. I listened to the audio of the first two. No, I read the first one physically. Second one I did. I read and listened to audio, and then this one I'm just doing the audio. I highly recommend so far. It's awesome. If you are okay with a little bit of gore, like you would like these books. They're just fun. They're almost like fantasy, right? Because they're just not steeped in any sort of reality. I mean, like at all. So it's fun. So next on the list for this month for my February TBR is also a release. I think it released this last week. It's A Rebel Without Claws. It's the newest one from Juliette Cross. It's another series set in the world of the other like witches and werewolves series that I've talked about before on this channel. It's already got over 4 stars on StoryGraph. So, and it just came out. It's going to be so good. I mean, it's werewolves. If you like werewolves, shifter type, like fantasy books like that, but they're set in modern day, I think that's what I like. I think that's a fun little fact about me. I love fantasy, but I like it set in modern day. Kind of like I enjoyed Crescent City more than I liked any of those other books. The last one that's on my TBR, again, short TBR, but there's a reason. There's a reason. I'm a little busy, okay? And I will probably listen to the audio if I can find it on Hoopla. But it's the Charlie Method. It's the third one. What's up with that? That's weird. It's in the Campus Diary series from Elle Kennedy. I really, really loved this series. It has been so good. The books are really long, but I've listened to the audio of the other two. Highly recommend. Just love the stories. Just the characters are really, really great and well thought out. And there's just a lot of depth, I think, to these characters. I think that's what you can do in longer books, right? You can create such a better story arc. It did. It came out February. Came out this month. So we're on a roll. We're on a roll. Third in series. Also came out this month. Literally, oh my gosh, have all my books come out this month? Yeah. All 4 books I'm reading are new releases. All 3 of them are third in the series. So there's something in the air. Okay, so next let's talk about all the books that are in January. I say all the books. There's like 3. Again, y'all, you know. First up was, I had an arc actually, and I loved it. It was so cute. And usually I am not a big fan of like young romance. And to me, this is young romance because they're freshmen in college. And so it was like kind of questionable for me, but I love this author. It was Chase Lovett Wants Me. It's by Helena Hunting. Like I said, I was given an arc on this, and yeah, it was so cute. It was funny. There's a lot of innocence to it, but it was really it was spicy. I really liked it. It's hockey romance. And yeah, if you're okay with that, like cusp of adulthood, right? I mean, they are like really figuring some stuff out. If you're okay with that, then just know that it toes that line for sure. Helena Hunting is like the queen of hockey romances, and in my opinion, and she did a great job. I gave that 4.5 stars. Next, I read a new author to me, and she's kind of blowing up, I think, on Instagram, and well, I'm not on TikTok, but I've seen her shared a lot on Instagram, and that's actually why I read this book, because it just sounded really good. So it's called Leave Me Behind by K.M. Moronova. If you are not a fan of military romance, then do not read this book. Or if you're interested in reading a military romance, definitely read this book. It has a lot of military style fighting and just a lot of that aggressiveness, I guess, within the characters. This can be pretty dark. It's not dark in the way that like Chasing Adeline, is that what it's called? Chasing whatever, Hunting Adeline, those books. It's not dark like that. It's dark in that there's just some kind of like gore, blood stuff. I don't know how to explain. It's not for everybody, okay? And in fact, I am not a huge fan of like combat style writing, like reading about combat. And so there was a scene towards the end that there was some combat, and I think I just kind of skimmed over that a little bit, but that's just personal preference. The book though was so good, kept me super interested, and it was just different than anything that I had read in a really long time. And so I appreciated that. Gave that one 4.5 stars. Also, if you follow her on Instagram, she has some amazing, beautiful cover art. And I think that she's the artist on that. She does her own cover art. Finally, I read, for one of my book clubs that I'm in, I read Fragile Sanctuary by Catherine Cowles. Apparently she is like been around for a while. I've never heard of her. My friend said that she has a lot of really good books out, but this is the first one in the Sparrow Falls series. It was okay. Story was interesting, but I didn't, let's see. I gave it a 3.5. Let's see what I wrote, because I remember that I wrote a review on StoryGraph. Oh, no, I didn't. I wrote, it was okay. And I think that that's just kind of how I felt about it. Didn't love the way that some of the dialogue was written. Kept me wanting to know what happened, and that's why I finished it. Didn't love the characters. Okay, so there's that. So wouldn't totally recommend. However, a friend that I have here on StoryGraph, she gave it a 5-star, and then my other friend gave it a 5-star. She absolutely loved it. My book group, we were divided. It was like some of us liked it, some of us didn't. So just one of those books. I am so excited to move into my new house and just kind of get settled in. And by the time I'm in there, I'll be able to start that Magnolia Parks vlog, which I am very excited to start. I've just not had the bandwidth to do it right now. But thank you so much for watching my little update, and I will see you in the next video.